Hello and salute everybody. So my question for you right now is, are Black people more racist than we admit? Are Black people more racist than we can honestly admit? While you're thinking about that, welcome back to Chatting with Nicole. If you have not subscribed, I am asking you right now, do me a favor, subscribe, share the videos, like, and also check out the rest of the videos. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. I hope that you are just as grateful as I am, no matter what is going on in your neck of the world. I know that it could be better because we are alive today. So I am so grateful for you. I am so grateful for both of us today. So this question started with what Barack Obama said to Black men. And I was having this conversation with a brother of mine first. First, he was referring to this, telling me this, and I did not know what he was talking about because I was watching the news and I could see the news was on silence. The audio, I didn't have audio, but I can see commotion. There was a conversation. I can see him speaking and I can see commentary, but I didn't pay attention. So when he told me this, he was talking to me about what Barack Obama said to Black men. So I went back and researched. So I have to get caught up. And then I heard what he said, So, and I know you guys heard this, but I am going to play it right after this for you. For those of you, I just play some of them for those of you who didn't hear it or didn't listen to it. But it's a big deal. So I had a long conversation with him when he was telling me what had happened. He had all the reasons. And first of all, because I haven't gotten caught up with it, I didn't have much to say. But what he was telling me made sense. Fast forward to after I got caught up with what he had said. So I have these conversations and I thought that I was going to bring it back to you guys here. And then, I got distracted. Well, I just had this and somebody, I was having this conversation and I got accused as a Black person. I got accused and I could not get myself out of it. And I agree with it. So I am here to bring it to you to see what you think, what you feel about this. So it is said that Black people are even more racist than white people. That we can debate all the time. We can debate it. I cannot say that. I cannot honestly say, knowing the history, knowing what had happened, I cannot say that. But internally, among us ourselves, and then, the person is telling me that Black people are racist. Do I agree or do I disagree? And I have to agree that Black people, we are racist. I cannot say that we should only blame white people for racism. No, we Black people, we are racist ourselves. So I have this debate I could not win. I could not win for the right reasons because I have to be honest. I have to think about my own experiences, my own relationship with my own people, the things that I see every day, the way we speak, how we treat one another. So I cannot honestly say that we Black people are not racist. I cannot say that we are more racist than white folks, but, I have to agree that we are also racist. But we don't, there's no news when we do it. There's no big deal when we do it. You know what I mean? It's acceptable for Black people to be racist than the other way around. So and especially when we do it among each other, when we do it in our own community without even recognizing that this is actually racism. When we calling each other names, when we treating each other differently, when we calling each other by nappy hair, things that we say to one another, separating each other from one another. There are so many things that we do, we say, so many ways that we dress and behave, and words that we call one another that is considered racism, but we don't, because it is allowed, because we are Black, because it's okay to do that. And I don't think it is. Just like right now. So we are talking, and I have to say, I have to agree with you, because we are racist. We are racist. I cannot say we are not. So let me give you an example. The example that we say, Black people in America, Black people can call each other the N-word, but white men cannot do it because it is allowed. We can treat each other like nothing, but white men cannot do it to us. Why is that? Why is it that we can call each other the N-word, but we don't want a Black man or Black woman, white person to say it? How can we treat each other like trash, but we don't want other race, a white man, to treat us as like trash? You know what I mean? So how is it that we want white men to respect us, to call us this with this title, respectful names, but we can call ourselves with titles and respectful names? So I know you might be thinking, okay, we're talking about racism. It is all included in here. How are we treating each other? We're calling each other name. We can judge each other by what we wear, the people that we hire. We classify each other as, we have names for each other. And we don't accept each other. But we want the white folks to accept us. We are not happy about one another. We don't love one another. We judge one another. We refuse to support one another. But we are expecting white folks to do it. And white folks, when they don't do it, we call them racist. But we do it to each other every day. This is not scripted, and I'm not going to edit this video. It's just going to be as it is. So we are just chatting here. So I want you to stay with me here, okay? And I want you to let me know what you are thinking, what you are feeling right now. I'll give you an example. When I first came in this country, I think after 3 years, and I was working in this company, and there was this young man, this beautiful, actually was really handsome man. He was light-skinned, Black man, African-American. And there were other African people working there, but he hated African people. He hated us so much. So I have to have this conversation with him. I said, why do you hate, African people so much? He said, because they come in this country and take all our jobs. And I said, wait a minute, you have a job here. They have a job. We are all here to do our jobs. And I said, you don't have a right to mistreat us, to call us name. We are all Black. So I was telling him, I said, do you know that it's possible that if you can trade your ancestors, at that time, ancestry registry was not there. I don't remember. I don't think it was there. Maybe it wasn't popular. And I said, do you know that if you trace your root right now, do you know that you and I could be sharing the same blood? I said, it could be. Even if it's not the same blood, you probably come from my country. Your root lead you to my country. So we had this deep conversation. And then I changed his mindset. And I said, no, don't look at it that way. You say, and now you are the reason, blaming us for racism. I say, how? So we have to have this long conversation. And then he started to get warmed up. And he understood. We treat each other just because we look different, because we come from Africa. We come from different, because we wear different. We treat each other. We mistreat each other. We judge each other. And we are Black. And then we do it among us. And then we think it's normal. We think it's okay. We think it's allowed. It is racism. If I can see my black woman right now, another black woman, and I'm just judging her, I will not hire her because of the way she looks, because of her hair, because of the stuff that she's wearing, because of the town she's living in, or the city she's from. That is racism. That is racism. So we are racist in our own, community as black people, and we don't recognize it. We don't see it. We don't feel it. We don't think it is wrong. We think it is normal. It is allowed for us to be to treat each other this way, but it's not okay for the white man to do it for us or do it to us. So it is racism. So we, black people, we are racist. We also have racism in us. We do it every day, and we have to start recognizing it. Because if we want white folks to treat us better, we have to treat each other better. We have to deserve it. We have to earn it. We have to look the part. If we want them to respect us and not judge us, then we have to look the part. We have to speak the part. We have to do what we are supposed to do. I am not trying to tell somebody, I'm not trying to change your culture, or I'm not trying to tell you how to live. But this is a debate that came, and I could not win it because I know that it's happening. I feel this in my own community, African community. I feel it. We'll call each other that we come from the same place, the same countries. But in the groups that we are, in the communities that we are, in the associations that we are judging each other. We are discriminating against each other. Even though we say we come from the same lands, even though we look the same, we are still judging. We choose who to help. We choose who to support. We choose who we can respond to. We choose who to be nice to. In my own backyard, in my own groups, I feel this and I see it. So it is hard for me sometimes to judge white folks when I'm seeing it in my own community. We have people, they'll just look at you, especially we African people. Oh, we're gonna smile at you, and then you turn your back. They started judging you. That is, you can't be judging one another and expect other people to respect us. We cannot be doing that. It is in our own backyard. So we also, some of you who are saying that we are not, we are. And I'm not going to force you to believe it. I just want you to think about it. I want you to think about it and see around you and hear. Listen to how we speak to one another. Listen, hear how we treat one another. And with the things that we say, how we claim things, how we do things. That is, we don't have to call it a different name. Racism is racism. When you're treating somebody differently, when you are doing things because of the way the person looks or the person's color, whether they have a light skin or dark skin, we mistreat people because of how their hair, what they're wearing, their community, the neighborhoods. That is racism. It's all part of it. So we have to think about that. So this Obama thing that he said, Obama was encouraging. He was telling black men, like I said, I'm going to play it for you. And I'm sure you already, most of you listen. He was telling black men that it was really what he was trying to say is no brainer for them to vote for Kamala. I'm going to say that I also have this conversation before, but he was saying it's no brainer. It's just no brainer. It should be automatic for a black man to vote for Kamala Harris as a president. So that is basically the gist of it, right? So I am looking, and this person, and a brother of mine, when he brought this to my attention, he was telling me as an example. And how is it that I can tell you, a black man, to vote for Kamala Harris, to say that it is no brainer. Nobody should even ask you. It should be automatic for you to vote for Kamala Harris. When Kamala Harris is married to a white man, think about it for a second. How can I tell you? How can Obama was the one telling the white folks, I mean, the black man. So Obama is telling them to vote for Kamala Harris, that it should be no question. They should just do it and support her and vote for her, right? Knowing that Kamala Harris is married to a white man. Kamala Harris did not automatically choose to marry a black man. So I am telling you that it is automatic because she is a black woman. You should vote for her. But she did not choose black man. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what the commotion? Do you see why everybody is pissed? Especially black men are pissed about what Obama said. So this is an example, and this is what started the conversation. This brother brought this, and then, I started having this conversation, and this woman, she literally, it's an accusation that I could not get out of. I could not say, no, you are lying. We are not racist. We love each other. We don't discriminate against each other, but we discriminate against each other every day as black people. So I have to agree with her. We have to have a really debate conversation, and I have to agree. I have to agree. And she had examples, and I agree. I agree. We are discriminating against each other in our own, even in our own family, in our own associations, in our own grouping. Even prayer meetings, we are discriminating against each other. Our church, we are discriminating against each other as black people. Businesses, everywhere, we are, even in our own homes, we are discriminating against each other. So think about it for a second. Next time you are in your community, in a group, maybe is a family reunion or whatever it is you are in, listen to the way we talk to each other. Pay attention to what we say. If you are in a black-owned business right now, think about it. Listen to what we are saying, the things that we are saying about each other, to each other. And I'm going to encourage my African family, even us, we say that African American, just like they used to, and they continue to do it, judging us and blaming us for being the reason for their ancestors being sold as slave and all of that. They have their reasons. And sometimes, like this man, like we came in and stole and taken jobs away from them. But he had a job, and I had a job. The job is there. So the wrong reason, we think about it differently. We take it differently. And sometimes it's ignorance. So it is changing. It has changed. It has come a long way. But we don't know. And we just take our anger. And then we think that, oh, because I'm a black man, I can call you the N-word, and then you shouldn't be offended. But it's the same word that the white man is going to tell you. Doesn't have a different meaning. Because I am a black woman, I can say that I'm not going to hire you because of the family, your family, because of where you come from. But then that is okay because I'm a black man, a black woman or black man. If I say that, it's okay. But if a white man say that, then we're going to scream that he did something wrong. So this is something that I think we need to think about. We need to own up to this responsibility. We have to do something about it. So I have to bring this on live and have this conversation. So we cannot always, whenever a white man says something, we're going to say, but then black man says it and we like, it is okay. It is not okay for us to be discriminating against each other and expect the white man not to do it. If we want change, if we want white men to respect us, we're going to have to start respecting each other. I am not saying, we come a long way. It's a lot of things that has happened against us, to us. And I am not going back there. I am not going back to the things. I'm not saying that they didn't do wrong. White men did not treat. I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm just asking that we take responsibilities, that we are also racist. And we are also discriminating against each other. I can go to our association I can go to like black people from different place, different group of people and still be discriminated against. I see it every day. because I come from the other side than the right side. We are discriminating against each other. There was a lady that I invited to go to have a booth in an event that was happening, an African event. This woman, she paid to get there. After this woman told me she will never pay her money to go to an event like that, because she said, even though we come from the same place, we speak the same languages, she said that every time people come to her and they listen to her accent, they realize that, oh, she's not from where I come from. They pass from her and go to the people who speak like them. But this is an African woman, and we are all Africans. You know what I mean? It's just an example. Because she didn't speak her language, we speak the same language but different accent. When they notice that, oh, this accent is on the left side, it's the other country, it's not my country or my village or my tribe, they move on from her and go to, even though what they're looking for, she has it, they'll go to another person and purchase it. And she said, I will never do it again. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. So this is an example of discrimination, but we don't think about it. We treat each other just because, oh, the languages we speak, even though we are Africans, even though we speak the same language, just because the accent is different, just because I come from the left side versus the right side, we treat each other differently. That is a discrimination. We do this every day. I see it every day, and it kills me. But how? We need to change mentality. You know, because I come from a different side, you know, you're not going to get support we're not going to support her. We'll rather support, you know, people from our own side. But we speak the same language. We come from the same lands. Africa, it's a continent. African continent. African, we are African. We are all one. Whether you were born in America, you were born in Europe, wherever you were born, we are all Africans. We are all people. Whether my skin is yellow, light, or dark, we are all people. We are all one people. But we discriminate against. Just because people listen to your name, oh, no, we are not going to. So I am saying, this debate came about, and I couldn't win it because I agree. I agree with this white woman who's telling me, you guys, you black people, you are more racist. She said more. That part I won. But the part for we are also racist, I have to explain. We are also racist, but I cannot say that we are more racist. We are doing this. We are mistreating, discriminating against each other in our own home because of our hair, because of the way how we look, the way we speak. So, yes, my question was, and still is, are we, black people, more racist than we can admit? I'm saying the reason why, I think this needs more conversation, but I am saying yes, we are racist. We, black folks, we are also racist. Whether it's more racism, that is something we can discuss. But right now, I want to know, what do you guys think? Are we racist? Do you agree with me that we are also racist? And do you agree with me that, you know, Barack Obama shouldn't be forcing black men to automatically choose Kamala Harris as a president when she chose a white man to marry? Does that make sense? Is that racism? What he said you're going to listen to in a minute. I mean, if he's telling you it's automatic, is that racism? And can we call it racism? Because he's a black man and he's saying it to his black man. Well, should that be okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I went to Walmart. It was yesterday. I seen this woman. She was an African woman. I'm just going to be specific about it. And I turned my head. I look at this woman. She's looking at me with so anger and like a hate. I'm like, she's gonna get in my soul. She's looking at me angry. And I looked, I'm like, I almost have to. I'm like, you don't know me from nowhere. We are black women. You don't know me from nowhere. Just because the way I dress, the way I look, somebody just hate you already. I looked at that, I was like, wait. That is just something that came in mind, just remembering. So we discriminate against each other, especially we women. We do that because somebody looks different. And we do all of, we need to stop all of this. We need to stop discriminating against each other. And if you are, you African, my African family, pay attention to that. Pay attention to the way you treat other people. Pay attention to the way you talk to other people. Pay attention to how other people are talking to you, how you are treating people from a foreign, well, not foreign, a neighbor country versus your own country. Pay attention when you are in a group, when you are in an association, when you are in whatever it is, at work. Pay attention to how we are treating, how you are treating each other. Pay attention to people that you choose to support versus not to support. And why? The key is why. Pay attention to why you're treating them differently. Pay attention to why you're choosing the people that are choosing versus those that you are left leaving out. Pay attention to that. Pay attention around you and tell me if that is not a discrimination. So I know I am here and I know this is not scripted and I'm not cutting this out, but I just think that it's very, very important for us to have this conversation and I want to hear from you. I know that this is sensitive. I know that we cannot compare what had happened, what white folks did to us compared to how we are mistreating each other. But believe it or not, if you think about how we are actually discriminating against each other, the things that we are doing against each other, it is not good. It's not pleasant. It is not nice. And I think we need to think about that. We need to pay attention to that. So I am not going to end this, but I'm going to table it here. So we're going to come back and discuss. I'm going to play a little bit of this, what Obama said, and I'm going to encourage you to listen to it and go do a research and tell me what you think. I want to know, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Is it fair for us to say black man should automatically choose Harris when she's married to white man? She didn't choose them. She chose a white man. But we think because we're black people, we can say it. And nothing should happen. It should be okay. It should be allowed. That is discrimination. All of this that we do, and we don't think about it, we do is discrimination. So we need to think about that. Check it out. So I want you guys to share with everyone you know. Whether you agree, however you feel, share. I want to hear from you. Let me know of your thought. I want you to check out the rest of the videos. I want to turn on the notification button. And I'll see you on the next one. But until then, stay safe and blessed.
That's not acceptable. That's not it. This shouldn't even be a question.
Please share with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And also check out the rest of the videos. Stay safe and blessed. And I'll see you on the next one.